guys, so today I did a dramatic cat eye with a pop of color on the bottom lid, although I will say the pop of color wasn't really a pop of color since it's kind of a toned down bluish purple, but I think it went together really well with this lip and this eye look, and so I'm really happy about how it turned out. I did film this a few days ago, but I realized my camera was in the wrong spot, so all you could see was like the top of my head while I was doing my eye makeup. So that kind of made it difficult to just put out onto YouTube because you couldn't see anything. So yes, I refilmed today, and I actually like how this one turned out better than what I did a few days ago, just because I was kind of just feeling my way through it the other day, and today I kind of had a better idea of what I really wanted to do. So I really hope you like it. It's another very dark look. I'm kind of into that right now just because I'm loving these dark liquid lipsticks. This one is NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipstick in the color Stone Fox. It's like a gray. So I'm loving it. I feel it. If you like this look, please comment down below, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys, so after priming my eyes with my concealer, I'm just going to jump right into eyes today. And I'm going to start with Barcelona Beach, which is very natural light brown. And I'm using my Morphe M441 brush, which is a large fluffy brush, to blend that into the outer corners of my crease and my whole entire crease. But I'm really focusing that color into the outer corners just because I really want to darken that up because I am doing a sort of smoky eye today. Then I'm going to use Stealth by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to use that same brush to pack it in to that outer corner area and then over to the entire crease. I'm also going to use my Morphe B79 brush just because it's a little more precise, and I want to be careful with these grays and blacks I'm going to be using today. Now I'm taking Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and I'm using a very flat brush, which is the Morphe MB13, to pack that into the outer corners and then once again blend it out using a back and forth motions and then circular. I'm making sure it's not going above that crease area because it is a black, and so you will look like you have a black eye if you don't really be careful with these kind of colors. Now I'm taking Ice Queen by Makeup Geek, and I'm using my MAC 242 flat synthetic brush to put that into my inner corners of my eyes, almost over to the middle of my eyelids. And I'm also going to use Babyface in the same area just because I wanted to kind of tone down that really white color. Finally, I'm just going to blend it all out and make sure there's no harsh lines. Today I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Radiant Primer, and I'm just going to put that in the center of my face. I actually did use my Becca backlighting primer, but I didn't show that. But I always use that, to be honest. Then I'm using my Beauty Blender, and I'm going to drop some Argan oil on it. This is a Josie Maran Pure Argan Oil. I'm going to pat it into the sponge with my fingers and make sure it's evenly distributed. And then I'm going to take my Makeup Forever HD foundation in the color 117, swipe it onto my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with that Beauty Blender. I really like this technique because it made my skin look really dewy, and I just love that. I mean, who doesn't? Next, I'm going to take my Lancôme Under Eye Concealer, and this is in the color Porcelain 1, as per usual. And I'm packing that into my under eyes, and then I'm going to take my damp Real Technique sponge to make sure it's all blended out. Now I'm taking my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm going to put that in the center of my face as well as at the corners of my mouth because I wanted to add more of a highlight today, and I also really wanted to make my cheekbones pop. Now I'm taking my Studio Fix MAC powder, and I'm using the color In Free. I'm just going to go over those concealer spots with that powder. I'm using another damp Real Technique sponge because it just makes sure it looks nice and flawless and not caked up. Now I'm taking my Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I'm going to take that lightest white shade, and I'm just going to go into that under eye area again and also kind of put it in the center of my face just to make sure it's all even. Now I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder and I'm just going to swipe that onto my face with any brush. This is just going to make contouring a little easier because it's easier to blend on powder with powder. And then I'm going to use my Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil and I'm going to blend that into my hollows of my cheeks up to my around my forehead with my Morphe E22 brush. Then I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour powder, and this is in the color Fawn, and I'm just going to go over that same area because I really wanted to darken up that contour and make sure it's a little more dramatic. Finally, I'm going to bake under those lines, and I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent powder with a damp sponge just to clean it up. Now I'm using my e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I'm going to use that gel section, not the powder, and I'm using a flat brush just to make sure it's nice and clean and precise. I'm just following the lines of my hair. There's really nothing that interesting about it, which is why I don't usually show my eyebrow routine. Once I've filled them in, I go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz and use that spoolie section just to make sure there's no harsh lines on that eyebrow. Now I'm just brushing away all that baking powder. And I'm using my Tweezerman brow gel to go over my eyebrows to make sure they're locked in place for the day. Now I'm using my Makeup Geek Ice Queen once again, and I'm going to pack that into the inner corner of my eye, and I'm taking it down to my lower lash line because I really wanted to brighten up that inner corner, open my eyes a little more, because with this look, it's going to make your eyes look a little smaller. Now I'm going to take my MAC Nylon, and I'm just going to pop it on my brow bone and inner corners, as well as my Cupid's bow above my mouth. Next, I'm taking a flat, very precise brush, and I'm going to use Duchess by Makeup Geek. This is a purple blue, and I absolutely am in love with it. I was expecting a little more of a pop with this color, but it didn't really show on camera. Like, in real life, it was more of a pop, but on camera, it kind of got lost in all that smokiness. And then I'm taking my NYX Super Skinny Marker, and I'm going to draw a nice winged liner. I'm also going to take that wing liner over to my inner corner and follow that inner corner shape and then kind of close it in that lash line. Not really close it though, because you're going to leave it open until you go in with something in your waterline, but you kind of see what I'm doing, right? It's difficult to explain. And doing the same thing on my other eye, once again taking that to my inner corner and following that shape of my inner corner, elongating that eye a little more by doing this, and then stopping just at the beginning of my waterline. My lower waterline. I'm sorry, I can't speak. And then I'm using my Sephora eyeliner pencil. I'm going to put that in my lower waterline and upper waterline. So I'm kind of connecting that shape I drew in my inner corner with that liquid eyeliner. Then I'm going to take Duchess again on just a small flat brush, and I'm going to pop it on that lower waterline once again because I was kind of losing it with all this black. Again, it's kind of hard to see on camera. Now I'm using my True Match blush. This is just a very natural pink. And I'm going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks over to my hairline just to make sure it's very nice and blended and gives more shape to my face. Now I'm using my Benefit What's Up highlighter. I'm popping that on my cheekbones with my fingers because it's a cream. And then I'm using my Hourglass Ambient powder in Ethereal Light. And I'm using my Morphe M501 brush to pop that over the areas I just put that cream highlighter, as well as like almost all over my face because it is such a natural highlight. It just makes your skin really glowy and I love it. Then I'm using my Mary Lou Luminizer and I'm mixing that with Pearl by Becca Cosmetics. I'm doing this by just going between the two with that fan brush until I have like the perfect combination of the two, and then just popping that onto my face, on my cheekbones, and the sides of my forehead. Now I'm using my L'Oreal Carbon Black Voluminous Mascara and using that on my top and bottom lashes before I go in with falsies, and I quickly went in with a large fluffy brush to just make sure everything was nice and blended and I didn't have like a zebra stripe going on. And for false lashes, I'm using my Ardell Natural Lashes in the style 117. I'm first using some glue and just popping them onto my upper lash line, making sure they're nice and tight. And then I'm going in with tweezers to make sure they're just really stuck on there. Finally, I'm going in with my NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipstick, and this is in the color Stone Fox, which is just a gray. I absolutely love this. I'm in love with dark lips at the moment, as you can probably tell by my videos. And that's pretty much all. I'm just going to spray my face with my MAC Fix Plus, and that's all. So I'll see you soon, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Bye! Look if you did, if you do, if you did. I was doing so well.